Hey, Drew.
Oh, hey.
Can you help us build a bike?
Sure I can. So what are we building today?
Today we're going to unbox and assemble a Schwinn road bike. Tools needed for assembly include 4, 5, and 6 millimeter hex keys, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a box cutter, cable cutter, or scissors, and a pedal wrench or adjustable wrench. Locate the zip strip tabs located at the top corner of the box. Pull the tab all the way across the box, then open the box top. If your box doesn't have a zip strip, use a flat screwdriver to open the box top. Remove the entire bike from the box and set it down on top of the box. Snip off the straps holding the front wheel to the bike and remove all additional packaging from the wheel. You can discard the straps. Next, remove the packaging from the rest of the bicycle. Leave the fork spacer in for now. Set the seat and seat post assembly aside. We'll come back to it in a moment. Lift the bicycle and set the rear wheel in the box, with the fork hanging over the side. Gently place the handlebar at the front of the bike. Next, we'll install the stem and handlebar. Use a 4 millimeter hex wrench to loosen the 4 bolts securing the stem faceplate and remove the faceplate. Set the faceplate and bolts in a safe place where nothing will be lost. Place the handlebar in the stem, ensuring the brake and shift cables wrap around the frame without kinks or twisting. Reinstall the stem faceplate, but don't tighten the bolts. Center the handlebar in the stem using the markings on the handlebar. Rotate the handlebar to a comfortable position. Next, evenly hand tighten the 4 millimeter faceplate bolts in a crisscross pattern. They will be fully tightened later. Next, we'll install the seat and seat post. Hey, what's that attached to the saddle?
This is your owner's manual. You want to read it before you ride.
Use the 4 millimeter hex wrench to loosen the seat post binder bolt, then slide the seat post into the frame. Ensure the seat post is inserted past the minimum insertion line marked on the post. Hand tighten the seat post binder bolt. It will be fully tightened later. Lift the bike out of the box and set it on the ground standing straight up. Inside the small box are the pedals, as well as the quick-release skewer for the front wheel. Next, we'll install the front wheel. Locate the quick-release skewer. There should be an adjusting nut, 2 springs, and the quick-release lever. Remove the adjusting nut and 1 spring. Insert the quick-release skewer through the front wheel axle. Reinstall the spring, narrow in first, and lightly tighten the adjusting nut. The order on the axle should be adjusting nut, spring, wheel, the second spring, then the quick-release lever. To install the front wheel, first open the front brake by rotating the cam so the lever points up. With your foot, remove the fork spacer at the dropouts. Lift the front of the bike and roll the wheel back. Then set the fork dropouts onto the axle. Close the front brake by rotating the cam so the lever points down. Slowly tighten the adjusting nut and check the quick release lever to ensure it's tight enough. If it's too loose, open the lever, tighten up the nut more. The quick release is properly tight when it requires a lot of effort to close the lever, and the lever leaves a mark on your hand.
Pedals are side specific, a right and a left. Just check the sticker. The right-hand side has the gears and the chain. Remember, Always thread in the direction of the front wheel.
Use a pedal wrench or adjustable wrench to tighten the pedal. It should be very tight. Install the left pedal by threading in the direction of the front wheel, then tighten it fully with the pedal wrench or adjustable wrench. It should be very tight.
It's the bike I ride at home. I love this thing.
Ensure the rear reflector is pointing straight back, then tighten the bolt to secure it into place. Rotate the front reflector so it points straight forward, then tighten the bolt to secure it. Ensure the wheel reflectors are snug by pulling them toward the rim. Use the 4mm hex wrench to loosen the seat post binder, then raise the saddle to approximately hip level. Tighten the seat clamp. At your correct seat height, your knee should have a slight bend in it at the bottom of the pedal stroke. Use the 4mm hex wrench to tighten the stem and handlebar bolts in a crisscross pattern, ensuring the gap between the stem and faceplate is the same from side to side and top to bottom. Use the 4mm hex wrench to fully tighten the seat post binder bolt. Straddle the front wheel and try to twist the bars back and forth to make sure they don't twist. Attempt to roll the bars back and forth to make sure they don't move. Vigorously rock and twist the saddle back and forth to ensure it doesn't move while you're riding. Ensure that the brakes are working by rolling the bike back and forth slightly, then squeezing the brake levers to make sure they grip. Check the brakes to ensure the levers don't pull back too far. There should be a gap between the lever and grip with the brake applied. Inflate the tires to the manufacturer's recommended pressure, which is marked on the tire's sidewall. Verify the front wheel quick release is tight. Open the lever, then close it again. The lever should be hard to close, leaving a mark on the palm of your hand.
And that's it. Let's grab your helmet and let's hit the road.
Thanks, Drew. Have a great ride.